Now, good evening and welcome to this economic forum. Tonight, we delve into a public pressing issue following the US President Donald Trump's aggressive stance on illegal immigration and foreign aid cuts. Now, with over 1,000 Kenyans at risk of being deported and financial aid to developing countries like Kenya being slashed, what does this really mean to Kenyan economy? My name is Fabian Ocheng, and joining us tonight are experts in this field. Let's hear from them.
My name is Otieno Collins, bachelor's degree holder in economics and also pursuing my master's in Masai Mara.
Thank you for that humble opportunity, Mr. Fabian. I go by the name Sling Wesley. I'm currently a master's degree student at the Barton University. I hold a bachelor's degree in economics at the Great Masai Mara University, where I developed a great foundation in economics. My academic journey has been driven by deep interest in understanding the microeconomics and economic principles in solving the real world problem, such especially in the financial markets.
Now, let me begin with you, Mr. Wesley.
Yes.
Right now, it is known that over 1,000 Kenyans are working in the United States of America illegally. From the economic standpoint, what do you think that deportation or sending them back to Kenya can really affect, or what could be the effects of this to the Kenyan economy?
This will bring about the decline in remittances. You see, when there is decline in remittances, there is that strain on Kenyan shillings, and our trade between US and Kenya will be of a deficit. You see, also it will bring about more pressure on already tight job markets in Kenya. The positive effect of this deportation, it will bring about is the potential skills transfer, whereby there are those individuals who have stayed there for USA over decades, many years. They have gained experience in technology sectors, let us say like construction, technology, networking. These individuals can come up with ideas in our economy. They can build up more jobs and create a lot of job opportunities to unemployed people. That's boosting our economy. Yeah.
What do you think about this? What's your standing point about the same question?
He failed to clarify what's remittance. I know we are economists, we understand what remittance means, but to your side you might not know it. Actually, remittance is this amount of money that foreign, maybe nationals, Kenyan national earn in the foreign country. And these remittance, you find they bring it back to their native countries. Is that right?
Okay.
Now, if there is a decline in remittance, just as you said, you find these people, they have their dependents, those who depends on them in their native country, maybe their fathers, siblings, and whatever. And also, if this has been cut, if this deportation has been enacted, you find this, there will be a reduction, or there will be no other reduction in the amount that they bring to their back to those who depends on them, and this will affect their social well-being and their health care, and they will be unable to maybe pay for these insurance issues like the SHA and whatever, and also there will be a decline in the investment. You find these people, they are bringing back their money to invest in their domestic country, and also there will be a mismatch of skills. These people might have skills that are applicable in USA, and when they come to Kenya, you might find that as USA, you know it very well that it's one of the developed nations, and our nation is one of the developing. You might find that their skills they were having the US nation might not be applicable in a way that they are more advanced, and they might be limited equipments to use in applying their skills.
Let me get back to you, Mr. Wesley. When you speak about the remittances, how significant is the role of the Kenyan diaspora in United States of America, especially to our national economy?
Absolutely, it's very significant. As from the economic perspective of view, and you can see it in the annual reports of the Kenyan, we see that around 5 billion of Kenyan shillings is sent to Kenya annually from those deportations. You see now, a reduction, like you see, they said of Kenya because other sectors of the economy cannot contribute such amount. And in conjunction to that, we see that any reduction to these remittances to those individuals in USA, it will bring about household incomes, the consumption level, and the overall economic growth. It will affect our economy majorly, especially those in rural areas who depend those who are abroad for those services, especially those in USA. They send a lot of remittances to Kenya, which they help the rural people, especially to cater for the education, their their transport and the health sector especially. Yeah, that's how the remittance affect it.
Now, let me get back to you, Mr. Collins. What's your view about these remittances?
Remittance, the significance of this remittance in our native country.
Exactly.
You find there is a major significance of this is a case of private investment, whereby you find these people brings their money back to their native nations and invest this money, and as well maybe talking the social aspect of it, whereby you find the significance of this, where we find that there is a philanthropic activities, whereby these people there is activities of charitable activities supporting the less privileged in the society. And as well, we can talk of aspect of knowledge transfer, where these people from the developed nation, they transfer their skills and competencies to those people who are in their native country. That is their domestic country.
Now, let me get back to you.
Yes.
And going back to or shifting to this foreign aid gas. Right now, President of the United States of America, that is Donald Trump, has reduced the financial assistance, especially to the developing countries like Kenya.
Yes.
Now, what could be the implications of this, especially to the Kenyan economy?
The financial aid that we see from USA, it is critical to various sectors within our economy. The first sector that enjoys this from the aid is the education sector, the development sector, and the health sector. So we see that any cut of these financial aids, it will lead to the derail in the projects development within our Kenyan economy, and this will make people not to find it very difficult to access essential services. It will force our country now to be self-reliant. It will bring a lot of pressure to our budget. You see, it will force government to impose a lot of taxes to individuals within our country. So this will make it negative, absolutely. Now let us look at the positive or the negative, the positive perspective. You see that there will be vulnerability in diplomacy and trade. You see that financial aid is not about only money, but it's not about also diplomacy relationship. You see, in financial aids, Kenya now will be forced to shift their relationship from USA and focus in other developed nations like China. This will bring about a diplomatic relationship. You see that USA has been a supportive agent to Kenya, especially in peacekeeping, in ensuring medicines. So you see now, it will force a diplomatic relationship, which will affect majorly Kenyan economy.
So let me get back to you. What would be these implications that will exist, especially now that the President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, is reducing the financial aid or support to developing countries, typically Kenya?
Okay, as you all know, I think you are a Kenyan native, right?
Yeah.
No, this aid comes in maybe social, like where you find this aid finances the hospital sector, healthcare services. This aid has played a crucial role in provision of the financial assistance that are directed to the healthcare system, and this has helped in improving the healthcare system, and also this has enabled the infrastructural development. You find several roads have been constructed through this financial aid, and also there has been an increase of philanthropic activities. Now, after the cut of this aid, you find that there is a issue of reduction of philanthropic activity. A good example we find is the issue of World Vision. World Vision, after it has been cut, you find that the issues of World Vision, it is now declining, and this has affected the less privileged in the society, whereby you find the orphans, they are now walking along the streets. They have no permanent home, and this aids has created a home for these people.
Now, maybe making the very last question, what long-term strategies do you think that Kenya can consider to cushion itself from such external shock?
I think that Kenya should expand their local revenue collection. So they should expand their local revenue collection rather than depending on those remittances. You see, if they expand those taxes, they comply to it, they'll be able to get a lot of tax that will help them enable to boost the economy. Another one, they should strengthen their trade agreements with the regional, especially Africa, such as enrolling in the African Continental Free Trade areas, whereby they can get a lot of advantages, achievement also, which will help them improve the economy as a whole.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you? What is your take on the very last statement?
Okay, the long-term strategy can have economic diversification, whereby you find that the country can decide to strengthen its, reduce the reliance on foreign aid by strengthening its agricultural production, strengthening its ICT systems, and also it can decide to strengthen its multi-global partnership with different countries, for example, like China, and also they can decide to invest in value addition from the packaging of if value addition actually is increasing the value of product. This can be done by increase packaging this product and avoiding exportation of this product in their raw form. And also we can do this by to avoid all this. You can do this by domestic resource mobilization. Domestic resource mobilization can be achieved by increasing the tax base. We increase the tax base of our domestic country, and as well we can put more resources in the sectors like the Anti-Corruption Commission to investigate these corruption issues. We find that the monies of the national monies are lost through the economics, the bribes and whatever, and we should create a strong, independent anti-corruption bodies that carries out an investigation, and through all this we can at least reduce the reliance on these multinational organizations.
Okay. Thank you for making time, Mr. Wesley. Success in your master's studies. And thank you for making time as well. Success ahead.
Thank you so much.
Now that marks the end of this economic forum discussion. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Fabian Ochieng. Good night.